story some few days ago about a couple that just got married. They got married on a Saturday, and by the next Tuesday, they were already separated and on their way to divorce. This story may look so unreal, but it is very true, and this is the reality we have on ground today. We see a lot of couples coming together to get married, but after 1 month, some after 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, some go on for 20 years. In fact, recently I saw a couple of 30 good years filing for divorce, getting separated. And as sad as this is, it calls for concern. And this is bringing us to this discussion today. Why is this happening? Why is this trend going on? And why is the statistics climbing by the day of couples that are getting separated, divorced, getting fed up with their relationship? You are welcome to this platform. This is Life and Relationship Matters, a platform that is set up to build healthier relationships and families that will flourish for years to come. My name is Praise Iworima. I have seen very good people, very nice people, sincere, highly educated, doing well in business, doing well in so many areas of their lives, but fail in their relationship. And this saddens my heart so much, because it is possible to do well in every area of life and still fail in your relationship. That is why today we are going to be looking at the reasons why people fail in relationship, because relationship is unique, relationship is different, relationship needs a lot to make it work. So today we are going to be looking at the reason why people fail in their relationship and what they can do. The good part of it is that there is always a remedy, there is always a solution to this kind of thing. If you are in this kind of situation, or you know someone that is in this kind of situation, then I want to congratulate you, because we are all going to look at what we can do to remedy this. If this is the kind of content you want or you like to listen to, I want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell so that you can be informed, alerted when we drop a new video. You know, I've realized that most people don't fail in relationship because they are wicked, or because they are selfish, or because they are incapable of love. Many people think that, oh, I can't love, I'm just incapable of loving someone. No, that's not true. They fail because they were never taught how to prepare for love. And that is why I am an advocate of preparation before relationship. And I'm going to be exposing why you need that preparation, no matter who you are, no matter the level of your education, no matter the level of your exposure, you still need to prepare, to be prepared for a relationship. And that is what this platform is all about. The thing is that we are all taught to desire love. We all want to love. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing to want to love and be loved. In fact, when you look at all the dating sites in the world, you see a lot of people go there looking for relationship, thirsty to have a partner, to have someone to walk through life with. This is a good and a pure desire that God has placed in us, and it must not be joked with, but it must be entered in with high intentions. And so, as I was saying, a lot of people are taught how to seek for love, how to pray for love, how to even wait for love, but they were never taught how to become ready for love. And these are two different things. This is where the major problem is. So they enter into relationships hopeful, very, very hopeful for a good relationship, but they are very, very unskilled in relationship. They enter with a lot of sincerity, but they are not prepared. They are faithful, but they are not aware. And so when the relationship pack up or things fall apart, they become very sad, very confused, and they begin to ask a lot of questions within them. Why is this happening to me? Why do I attract the wrong people? You see yourself always attracting the wrong type of people. You've had a failed relationship 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and this keeps, bothering you. Why are the wrong people coming to me for a relationship? And why does love always start, good, beautiful, but end up in pain? I know a lot of people are going through a lot of pain right now because of the relationship. And so here is the truth. The truth can be uncomfortable, but it is very, very liberating. Goodness is not the same thing as readiness. Being a good person, because a lot of people focus on being a good person, it is not and it's never the same as being ready for a relationship. You can be very good as a person, but yet not prepared, not ready, and not able to sustain a relationship. I am going to be taking us through the pillars, the foundations, the necessity, the things that are necessary for a successful relationship. The things that will make you ready for a good and qualitative relationship. And each one of these things is a skill that you can develop, a skill that you can grow with. Because I want you to remember that growth is the essence of life. If you are living and you are not growing, then you are not living at all. And as you are growing in other aspects of your life, you must make sure that you also grow in your relationship. So there are basic skills that must be developed before you can have a good and a successful relationship. Love requires a set of emotional and relational skills that cannot be replaced by any other thing. So if you have them, then your relationship can go well. And if you don't have them, there will be a lot of problems in your relationship. They are necessary for the daily realities of a relationship. Because relationship is real. It's reality. It's not abstract. It's something you do. You come in with your whole self, your emotions, and your relational skills. So if you don't have the right set of skills, then you may find yourself fumbling over and over in your relationship. There is someone I know, I'm not going to give the real name, let me call her Kemi. She's a very good person, highly spiritual, generous, very loving lady, someone you can call a wife material. But there is this pattern in her relationship. She's always the one to carry the weight of the relationship. She's the one to apologize. She's the one to do the planning. She's the one to sort out things. She's the one to manage every conflict. She's even the one to apologize even for things that are not her own fault. This to show how good she is. And she just had that third breakup. And when she came, she was so exhausted. She was so tired of the whole thing. She was asking the question that she has done everything she knows how to do. She has done everything right, but it's still not working. Why did it never work? Is it about her character? Is it about what she doesn't do well? And she was so confused. But I let her know that the answer was her pattern. The pattern she has maintained over the years. She has confused, giving herself over and over again. She has confused that for being prepared. She has never learned to communicate her needs. She has never learned how to align. She has never learned how to choose a partner based on alignment and not just on liking someone or just loving or physical attraction. She has never learned how to hold boundaries, how to maintain boundaries in a relationship. And these are the main issues why her relationships failed. She does all these things because she wants to keep the peace in the relationship. She doesn't want to fail again. I'm going to give us the reasons why good people stay in the wrong relationship or keep having the. One of the major reasons that make people stay in the wrong relationship is not because they are foolish, but because they are afraid of so many things. I've seen people very afraid to leave the relationship they are in, even though they know that the relationship is going nowhere, the relationship is toxic, the relationship is not working. They are afraid of wasting what they have already invested in. They have invested time, they have invested money, they have invested energy in the relationship, and so they are afraid to let the relationship go, even they know that this is not for me. They are afraid of being alone. They are afraid of being tagged a failure. And so they keep managing the relationship, even though it's not working. And so you see fear disguised as loyalty. They feel that they are loyal to the relationship. They want to be loyal to the relationship. And they hear the voice in their head that tells them that, oh, you can keep going on. You still need a little more time. Give it a little more time, it's going to work. They ignore the warning signals. They ignore the red signals. They ignore their own self. They ignore their own need in the relationship. So it's like they are the only one, they are the only person inside the relationship. They are dating themselves. I've had that severally. It was like as if I was dating myself. And they walk through a process of self-erasure. They have lost their own personality, their values, they have lost their sense of judgment, they have lost everything about themselves. The relationship has erased who they really are. They forget that endurance without wisdom is nothing but survival. It is not love. I know of a guy that dated a lady for 4 years, 4 good years. And during these years, he abandoned his career. He was abroad, he left everything, he was schooling abroad, he left his school abroad and came to this lady in Nigeria without his family knowing. Without the knowledge of his family, he left everything abroad in the UK and came to Nigeria to stay with this lady. This lady takes all the financial decisions without him. She helped him to spend all the monies he brought. She criticized his family. In fact, she did not even allow him to go and see his family. But the guy was so afraid because he thought that he has invested so much in the relationship. He was in this relationship before he traveled out. And because the lady was like, a lot of men are coming for me. If you don't come back, I may be gone before you come back. So he had to leave everything and come. And he stayed in this kind of toxic relationship, hoping that things will change. He said he has invested so much financially, emotionally, physically. He's so drained in the relationship. And when he came, he was like, I've prayed over this relationship, I've done all I could. But at the end of the day, what happened? He refused to walk away and he lost everything. He lost the relationship, he lost his confidence, he lost his career, he lost his finances, he lost everything. And it's so painful, it's so sad. But this is the reality of what is happening with relationship in our time. So when you don't see the things you are supposed to see in a relationship, when there are no emotional and relational skills that can help you to discern whether what I'm into or the relationship I'm in is the right one or not, then at the end of the day, you may have a story to tell. Then the second reason why relationship fail is what I call the chemistry trap. The chemistry trap. You see a lot of people say, oh, we have good chemistry. I feel him, she's feeling me, I'm not feeling her, she's not feeling me. In fact, when I watch a lot of dating sites and matchmaking sites, you see a lot of busting of balloons, and when they are asked to say, oh, I didn't feel the spark, I didn't feel the initial attraction, I didn't feel the chemistry. Well, this is good. This is very good. I'm not playing down on chemistry, but chemistry without compatibility is not the best for any relationship. So many people confuse chemistry with compatibility. And I'm going to tell the difference. I'm going to tell us the difference between chemistry and compatibility. Chemistry is the fireworks, is the rush, is that initial connection that you feel towards someone. But you see, this chemistry is not a permanent thing. Most times it rises like the wave of the sea. If you have been to the sea before, the seashore, you see how the wave will rise up and the water will go so high. But as high as that water is, that is not the final destination. That is not the normal state of the water. The water will still do what? It will still fall. You will see that the wave will be so high, so overwhelming, but it will still what? It will still crash. And then when it crashes, what happens? It comes back to its normal state. That is how chemistry is. It grows, it's emotional, it's a feeling. Sometimes it can be very strong, can be very powerful, but it's not always reliable because it can go up and it can come down. So when you base your relationship only on chemistry and not on compatibility, you are riding on the wave that will soon crash.